Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're representing Eastbridge International, and our presentation will focus on expanding business operations into China. I'm Nicole Reynolds, and I worked alongside our incredible team, Asiana, Alfred, Mandy, Caleb, and Fernanda, to put this proposal together. We will begin discussing cultural considerations. Next, we'll cover the political and legal aspects that impact trade relations. Then we will walk through the trade and FDI restrictions. Afterwards, we'll discuss economic and currency exchange. And finally, we'll wrap up with our product proposals.
So, China and the United States differ across the Hofstede six cultural dimensions. The biggest contrast are in the power distance, individualization, and long-term orientation. So, China scores high in the power distance and low in the individualism, meaning people value hierarchy, they respect authority, and work collectively rather than independently. The US, on the other hand, values equality, independence, and open communication. So finally, China's strong long-term orientation shows us a focus on patience, planning, and future rewards, while Americans tend to prioritize short-term results. These insights help our company understand how to lead, communicate, and market effectively when we're doing business in China.
First, in the US, communication tends to be a little more direct. What is said is what is meant. But in China, meaning can often be implied through tone, silence, or body language. Americans tend to give and receive more open and critical feedback freely, where China prefers indirect or group feedback. Americans usually don't mind open disagreements as long as they stay professional. But in China, public disagreement can be seen as disrespectful and embarrassing. If conflict arises, it's better handled privately and gently to preserve face and group unity. Being late or not adhering to a strict schedule here in America, this is generally unacceptable. We have agendas that we like to be able to stick to. China prefers a more fluid approach to time. Meetings may start late or last longer than planned, and decisions are rarely rushed. For American managers, patience and adaptability goes a long way in showing cultural respect. Guanxi is the system of social networks and influential relationships. This is a system that they value very much in China. Relationships are prioritized. So Chinese would rather a business deal fall through than compromise the relationship that they have with their business partners. Patience is another key, especially in negotiations. Negotiations can take several days. They are trying to test the limits of the relationship, and as mentioned prior, without compromising it. Last would be the cultural awareness, sharing how you evaluate, maintain, and advance operations for long-term sustainability.
So this part try to help us understand how any political aspect can impact investment into these China markets. From the previous study, we're able to understand that China is more power distance oriented, which basically help us to easily understand how the Communist Party, who is in charge currently of the presidency of China, is also involved in most of the banking and any other stuff concerning China. Though changes in political power may affect foreign business, it is obvious that the power will still be centralized by the Communist Party. Recently, we have China who set up a plan for 2026 to 2030 to prioritize the modernization of traditional industries and fostering emerging sector as the main driver of high quality growth. We know that this is a very high-tech oriented country. And these plans merely means strategic emerging industry. It's how we as a new company try to be part of this progress. We can orient our digital implementation. And this digital implementation will easily integrate with the local clouds, and this will assure quality and adaptability of our products, no matter the changes that might have happened. So by using China-made intelligence like cloud and other products to integrate into our system, this will definitely win government trust, as we know how implicated they are in various sectors. And her products will also align with the government objective as I depicted above. And despite the changes, as I said, that might have happened or might happen in the political spectrum, this will still go in line with all the different decisions that might come up soon.
The National People Congress has a few different functions, and some of them are they amend the state constitution and enact laws. They supervise the enforcement of the state constitution and the law, elect major government officials, examine and approve the national economic plan, the state budget, and the final state accounts, and they decide questions of war and peace. Businesses face some challenges when entering the Chinese business market. Some of those challenges are the rising tensions in the US-China relations. China has a large economy and conducts business with many countries, and these countries are now concerned that China may delay approvals and increase regulatory scrutiny. Another significant issue is the competition from state-owned and privately owned Chinese companies. Chinese firms can be very competitive, and it makes it hard for foreign businesses to come in and try to compete with these already competitive firms.
China uses what's called a negative list, which identifies industries that are restricted or prohibited from investing in Chinese companies. Reviewing this list will be essential before undertaking any foreign direct investment. Specific sectors that see more restrictions include unmanned aerial vehicles, e-cigarette production, online sales of pharmaceuticals and medical devices, and non-commercial internet information services. These sectors may face joint venture requirements and equity caps that limit ownership. Lastly, China has recently expanded the definition of sensitive information written in their state secrets law. This raises compliance burdens for foreign firms handling data or technology with possible national security implications. Companies must comply with data localization and cross-border transfer restrictions. China encourages FDI in advanced manufacturing, green renewable technologies, biotech, and high-tech industries. The most attractive incentive is a reduced corporate income tax rate. Firms that achieve official high-tech enterprise status are also eligible for deductions of up to 200% of qualifying research costs. China's regional incentive programs encourages investment in the Sichuan, Hunan, Anhui, and Guangxi provinces by offering additional tax holidays, accelerated depreciation, and priority access to land because these provinces are less developed. Also, free trade zones provide duty-free customs zones, streamlined registration procedures, and liberalized financial regulations in Shanghai, Shenzhen, Tianjin, and Hainan. Lastly, local governments continue to offer negotiated, project-specific incentives for large or strategic foreign investments that may include land discounts, cash grants, preferential financing, and subsidies for workforce recruitment or infrastructure development. All of these incentives are available to investors who align with China's encouraged industries.
So first, MFN and WTO. MFN is a key rule under the WTO that ensures all members receive equal trading terms. If a country gives one partner a better deal, it must extend it to another country as well. This keeps trade fair and transparent. China and the WTO, they have been a member since 2001, but they do struggle with compliance. Tariffs and FTAs. China's average import tariff is around 7.5%, with higher rates on foods like sugar and cereal, and lower ones in items like wood and chemicals. They've also built a strong FTA network with 23 trade agreements with over 30 countries. This is what helps reduce tariffs and attracts investment. While they offer huge opportunities, companies should stay cautious. Always verify with the legal team of the current tariffs, use FTA benefits when possible, and always make sure to keep alternative sourcing options in case of policy changes. Being cautious and flexible helps ensure success in Chinese markets.
When talking about the economics in China, we mainly want to focus on the inflation and the GDP. If you look at the two charts, the blue line will show what the GDP's growth was over the last 5 years, and the green line will show your inflation rate. The main things to highlight is that with the GDP, COVID made a major effect on their economy. Mainly, you can see the initial growth, which was from their reaction and their initial way of handling COVID. But after a year or so, the global impact hit where many people stopped exporting from China into their countries due to many assumptions related to COVID. The other main thing to focus on with inflation is there was a major dip and even some deflation that occurred, but has now remained at a steady line for the last 2 years. What this means is with the low inflation rate, if you operate within China, you will have very low operating costs because of their costs. But if you are only exporting, the profitability will be a little bit lower. The currency is the yuan. A few things to highlight from the last 5 years is that there has become a steady decline in the last year or two. There's a little bit of fluctuations, but as Mandy had mentioned earlier, China has a long-term focus. You can recognize that there has been a lot of economic shifts as well as policy changes and market dynamics that have caused it to go at a steady pace. If you align with the policy changes that they have made, mainly focusing on being more green and being more environmental, you will have more cooperation with the government. If you also focus on products that are more cost effective or value added products, you will get more of a buyer interest.
Our first product is called Serenity Aroma. And this is designed to meet the growing need for natural stress relief, emotional balance, and overall wellness. As more consumers experience the high pressure from work and urban lifestyles, they're turning towards natural, trusted solutions that promote calm and well-being. What sets Serenity Aroma apart is the purity and the trust that we are establishing in the marketplace. Industry studies estimate that up to 80% of essential oils on the market are adulterated with fillers, synthetic fragrances, or contaminants. With Serenity Aroma, we will ensure uncompromising quality. Every oil will be tested and is certified completely free from adulterants, contaminants, and synthetic additives. So by blending modern aromatherapy science with traditional Chinese wellness principles, Serenity Aroma connects deeply with the cultural values of balance, harmony, and longevity. The result is a product line that not only smells beautiful, but also supports real emotional and physical wellness. With China's growing middle class and an increasing focus on natural health solutions, Serenity Aroma is positioned to thrive as both a luxury wellness product and a daily self-care essential.
We know that the air pollution in China is very high, and definitely with the incoming of the artificial intelligence, we plan of building a filter that will especially have two objectives. One is to purify air. The second objective is to transform the industrial smoke into energy. The best part of it is the AI integrations, which will also lower the pressure of the smoke and also the energy being used into the industry when time is needed, also increase it when the time is also needed. Discovery, AI incorporations will probably bring out the best solution and trade into the China market.
China and many other Asian cultures are known for their skincare. So we've came up with our wellness mirror, which monitors your skin health and provides personalized suggestions and product recommendations to enhance your skin appearance. It also offers makeup recommendations and guidance. The mirror features sensors that align with your face, enabling it to offer tailored suggestions and recommendations. The mirror operates through an app called Skin Wellness, which allows you to track your skin progress and make informed decisions.
Thank you for your time and attention. We hope this presentation ended up providing valuable insight into building our international relationship with China. Our team believes that with our cultural understandings of China, that Eastbridge International can thrive in the Eastern market. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have.